How's it going, YouTube? I'm back for yet another video, and I'm probably going to make this one short because I'm actually waiting on a ride to go do some boxing practice. In any case, Maxine Waters, as everybody who pays any attention to political news at this point knows, Democratic representative to whom really clear-cut and dry, there's no other way to interpret this. She's actually promoting violence now. So what you have is you've got the Democratic Party promoting violence against Trump cabinet members and against Trump supporters, basically against Republicans. So I myself find myself in a rather unique position because I'm not a Democrat. All of my previous videos show I'm definitely not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican either. I mentioned on a video beforehand that I'm a registered independent. I like to go with whichever side is having the best idea at the time. Now, with that said, I do research on ideas that are proposed. And the idea that Maxine Waters is pushing doesn't take a lot of research to figure out this is not a good idea. This is promoting violence, it's promoting mob violence, but more importantly, talk like this is going to get somebody killed, assuming somebody hasn't been killed already and it's just not been reported yet. But Maxine Waters, she wants to go on and on about impeaching President Trump. And if he's done anything wrong to the degree that it would warrant impeachment, I'll be the first one to say, yes, I voted for him, but if he's broken the law or he's done something that actually warrants impeachment, I would have no problem with him being impeached. I think Vice President Pence would be a phenomenal president. But you have to show me evidence. You got to give us something first if you want the man impeached. You know, there's all the talk about how Russia hacked our presidential election and rigged it so that President Trump would win. This investigation has been going on for 2 years, and not a single bit of evidence has actually been brought forth to support this. But, you know, she's still running with it. Everyone, to include various members of the Democratic Party, want to go on a rampage about how President Trump is a racist. How? Show me evidence that he is a racist, because I haven't seen any. Well, he's anti-Muslim. No, he's not. Well, he doesn't want Muslims coming into the country. No, that's not true. Well, he's put a ban on Muslims. No, that's not entirely true either. One, he's dead set against radical Islamic extremists. You know what? So am I. He's put a ban on countries that have terrorism, you know, people wanting to hurt American citizens, whether they're military or not. He's put a ban on those places, yes. So why is this a bad thing? The best way to keep people safe and away from harm, one of the best ways is to keep that harm away from people. You know, you've got a light socket, you know, electrical outlet in the wall. What do you do with your children? You tell them, hey, don't play with that. Don't poke stuff in that can hurt you. And if the child is persistent in their curiosity, which, you know, bless their hearts, children are, it's how everybody learns, you put barriers on it. In essence, you ban their access to that. Does that make you a horrible person? No, it makes you a very concerned and caring parent. By President Trump putting a ban blocking access to our country, you know, from other countries that are trying to cause us harm, I think that makes him a rather concerned and caring president. Now, to get more into Maxine Waters, she's saying that if you find people of the cabinet, of President Trump's cabinet, Republican candidate, which you know the average person is going to interpret as, if you see Republicans or Trump supporters, that's how they're going to take it. Form a crowd around them. Push back at them. Well, first off, what are Republicans pushing about that, is so wrong and horrible? But form a crowd around them. Push back at them. Let them know that whether it's a restaurant, a shopping store, shopping mall, a grocery store, a gasoline station, let them know they are not welcome there. So what you're saying is Republicans should not be allowed to go to shopping malls. They shouldn't be allowed to go to grocery stores to buy food. And they shouldn't be allowed to refuel their cars. Oh, and they shouldn't be allowed to occasionally go out to a restaurant. Wow, that's you're being awfully restrictive there, Miss Maxine. So people who don't agree with you and people who don't agree with the political left, to which I most certainly do not agree with the political left, we should not be allowed access to necessities of life. Now, and to stop some arguments right then and there, correct. Gasoline is not a necessity to life. It's not. However, food is. Food is very much a necessity for life. So, at this point here, on the grounds of Maxine Waters basically calling for violence, inciting riots, I think these are very much grounds to impeach her. And in saying so, I do strongly believe that it is time for the House of Congress to call for her resignation. And if she doesn't want to willingly give her resignation at this point here for the safety of the general public, I think a forced resignation, basically, I think it's time for her to be fired, to sum it all up. And not because I disagree with her, but because at this point here, she is being a danger to the national public.